Hello everyone. Now in this session we are going to solve a numerical based on cyclic encoder. So the numerical is design and cyclic encoder for 7,4 cyclic code generated by G of P, PQ plus P plus 1 and verify its operation using any message vector. Any message vector, so we may consider any message code, or the same question may be asked this way: obtain the code word for the message sequence 0101 in systematic form using cyclic encoder. So for this given data, and if the message sequence is 0101, how to design a cyclic encoder and what will be the final output code word? This is what the question is. Now first of all, before designing a cyclic encoder, let us write the given parameter. So from the given size 7, 4, we can write the value of n is 7, k is 4, and obviously q means n minus k, that is 7 minus 4, that is 3. Now we know that this is what the generalized diagram of encoder. So first of all, we need to look at how many shift registers that we required. So obviously, how many shift registers we required? Q number of shift register. It means we required 3 shift register, 3 XOR gate. Now let us look at the gain, because gain is very important. Now from where we are getting the gain? Obviously from the generator polynomial we are getting the gain. So generator polynomial given is PQ plus P square plus 1. So what we can do, we can write it in its descending form. It is 1 plus P plus PQ. Actually it's not a power, it's P only. 1 plus P plus PQ. So we know that the first value of generator polynomial is always 1 and the last value is P raised to the power Q. Q is 3 here. So in between we can write G1, P1, G2, P2 likewise. So let us write this equation in its generalized form this way. The first value is 1 and the last value is P raised to the power Q, that is PQ. So in between G1, P1, G2, P2. Now if we compare this equation with this is the generalized one. So from this two we are getting here the value of the gain, which is G1 is 1, because this is what P1, P raised to the power 1, so its coefficient is 1. It is actually the value of G1, and since no P square is available here, so it means G2 is 0. P square coefficient is 0, so G2 is 0. So here we are getting two gain, G1 is 1 and G2 is 0. So this is very useful data to design the cyclic encoder. Now how to design the cyclic encoder? So here this is what the design of the cyclic encoder. Now if you see how many shift registers we require, 3 shift registers. So R0, R1, R2. How many XOR gate we needed? 3. 1 before R1, second before R2, and 1 XOR gate here, which is actually for R0. So 3 XOR gate we required. Now once again 2 switches, S1 and S2, and same kind of things whatever we have drawn in the earlier generalized block diagram. The important thing here is to decide about the gain. So we got here G1 is 1 and G2 is 0. So 1 means short circuited gain. So G1, so we have drawn here short circuited path. Why? Because G1 is 1 and the gain for this shift register R2, which is coming from here, it is 0. So we will draw here an open circuited path for R2 since G2 is 0. Now this is what the design of the cyclic encoder for this particular numerical. Now how to get the code word, final code word from this design? So let's see how exactly this design is supposed to work. So for that we are going to draw here one table. So the first column of this table is input message bits. So here we are looking at which input bits we are applying to this design. Then second column will be content of shift register. What are the content of this shift register before shift and what content of shift register after shift. Okay, so input message is D. Content of shift register means R0, R1 and R2, and content of shift register after shift. So these are once again R0, R1 and R2. First of all, one should know here what are the values which are coming in R0, R1 and R2. If you see here R0, so which value is coming inside this R0? So R0 is the shift register. So which contents are coming in R0? So if we trace the feedback path, so this actually this will be a closed one when this is in work. So this will be coming at this XOR gate. So whatever the output of this XOR gate, this will be coming in the R0, right? So the output of this XOR gate is nothing but its two input. The first input is this R2, and the another input is D. This is D. So output of this XOR gate is R2 plus D. So R2 plus D it will be routed in R0. So that's why I have written the value of R0 here, R2 plus D. Now what will be the value of R1? So once again we are going to take which output is coming for this R1. So output is nothing but the output of XOR gate, which will be coming here R1. So let us trace the input of this XOR gate. So the first input is R0 and the another input is from this. Now this is the short circuited part since feedback, so we'll have to trace it. Now since it is coming here at the output of this XOR gate, so this is R2 plus D. So this R2 plus D is also routed here, R2 plus D, and this R0 is coming here. It means what? The output of this XOR gate is R0 plus R2 plus D, which will be coming in R1, and that's why I have written the value of R1 as R0 plus R2 plus D. And what will be coming in R2? So once again, whatever the output of this XOR gate, it will be coming in R2. The first input of this XOR gate is R1 and the second input is here. Since here is the open circuited, so nothing will be coming from the feedback path. So only the content which will be coming into this XOR gate is only R1. So R1 is coming here in the R2. That's why the value of R2 I have written as R1. Now, as we know that whenever this will be operated, the last bit will be going first. Now, which input is given to us? 0, 1, 0, 1. So the last bit is 1, which will be firstly routed through the design. Now, initially what we are considering, initially the content of this shift registers are vacant, means nothing is available there. They are not having any garbage value. So initially we consider them as a vacant one or fresh one. So initially when we are not applying any input, the content of the shift registers are 0, and obviously since the contents of the shift register 0, so nothing is there. So in the after shifts also they will be 0. Now when the first input bit, which is actually the last one, is routed through this design, what will happen? So when the last bit, which is 1, going through this design, initially the content, right now the content of the shift registers are 0, 0, 0. Right now what is available in this? R0, R1 and R2, and which input we have applied? 1. So because of this 1, now the shift register, content of the shift registers will be changed. Now what are the content of the shift register when 1 is applying to this particular design? So R0 is R2 plus D. Now what is available right now in R2? Actually right now available in R2 is 0, but the input is 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Now what are the content of R1? So R0 plus R2 plus D. Now R0 is 0, R2 is 0, but the input is 1. So 1 plus 0 is 1, and R2 is equal to R1. So right now what is available in R1? 0. That's why R2 is also 0. So now the contents available in the shift registers are 1, 1, 0. These are the fresh content right now available. So 1, 1, 0 I can write here, 1, 1, 0, and now I am going to apply the next bit, which will be 0 here. So when the next bit is coming through this, routed through this design, the contents available in R0, R1, R2s are not all 0, but they are 1, 1, 0. So I have written them here as 1, 1, 0. Now because of this content and this input 0, obviously we are getting the different values of shift register content. So what will become in R0? R2 plus D. Now what is R2? R2 is 0. 0 plus, now input is 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0. R1 is R0 plus R2 plus D. So right now what is available in R0? 1. What is available in R2? 0. And what is D? 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. And R2 is equal to R1. So what is R1 right now? 1. So that is 1. Okay, so at the end of the input 0, we are getting 0, 1, 1 are as the content of shift register. Now when the next bit will be applied, the content of the shift registers now change and they are 0, 1, 1. That's why we have written them here 0, 1, 1. Now the next bit 1 will be applied, it will be routed through this design. Now because of this input 1 and this content shift register, we are getting different content of the contents in the shift register. Let's see, R0 is equal to R2 plus D, so R2 is 1 here and D is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 0. This is XOR addition, so 1 plus 1 is 0. R1 is equal to R0 plus R2 plus D. So R0 is 0, R2 is 1 and D is 1. So 0 plus 1 plus 1. So 1 plus 1 is 0. And R2 is R1, R1 is 1. So that's why 1. Now 0, 0, 1 will be available in the shift register. So that's why I have written 0, 0, 1 here. And the last bit which will be coming as here, which will be routed through this design, and this is the first bit of input which will be going at the last. And for this bit, what are the contents available in the shift register? 0, 0, 1. So with the help of this 4 bit, now we are getting the some new contents in the shift register. What are them? Let's see. R0 is equal to R2 plus D. So R2 is 1 and D is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1. Now R1 is R0 plus R2 plus D. So 0 plus 1 plus 0. So it is 1. And R2 is R1. So R1 is actually 0. So 0. So at the end of the last input bit, what are the contents available in the shift register? 1, 1, 0. So what will happen at the end of the last bit? This switch S2 is connected to the terminal number 2. Right, so whatever the contents available in the shift register, which will be fetched to the output side. So what are the contents available in R0, R1 and R2? 1, 1, 0. So these are what? These are giving us the check bits. That's why we have written the final code word in the systematic form as these are our check bits. These are our check bits. We can call it as dash and followed by our input D, 0, 1, 0, 1. So initially this switch S2 is connected here to the terminal number D. So all the inputs will be fetched when this bits will be routed through this design. At the same time, this switch S2 is fetching the input bit content, and at the end of the operation, this switch S2 will fetching the content of the shift register, which are nothing but the check bits 1. So this is what the systematic code we are getting here.